Steve McQueen bowed with precise formality that revealed understanding of martial arts tradition beyond casual recreational interest. The deep, respectful bow demonstrated knowledge of Japanese protocol, hierarchy recognition, and spiritual discipline that separated authentic martial arts study from Hollywood fight choreography designed for entertainment rather than genuine combat effectiveness or character development through systematic training under traditional sensei guidance. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like it. You bow like someone who has trained before, observed Master Takeshi Yamamoto, 7th Dan Black Belt and founder of Beverly Hills Traditional Martial Arts Academy, his voice carrying the measured authority of someone who had spent 30 years teaching authentic Japanese fighting systems to students seeking genuine martial development rather than casual self-defense classes or fashionable fitness alternatives. But Hollywood actors typically seek dramatic techniques for movie fighting rather than disciplined training that requires years of patient study and spiritual development that cannot be rushed or simplified for entertainment purposes. The dojo reflected traditional Japanese design through polished hardwood floors, calligraphy scrolls, and training equipment that emphasized functional purpose over decorative presentation. Everything about the space communicated serious dedication to martial arts as complete life philosophy rather than recreational activity or fitness program designed for wealthy clients seeking exotic exercise alternatives without understanding the cultural significance and spiritual demands of authentic Japanese martial traditions. Training began at dawn with meditation, physical conditioning, and kata practice that tested students' commitment to disciplined study rather than immediate gratification through impressive techniques that looked dramatic but lacked practical application in real combat situations. Master Yamamoto's teaching method eliminated casual students who sought quick results rather than long-term character development through systematic martial arts training. It was March 1969, Beverly Hills Traditional Martial Arts Academy on Wilshire Boulevard, the most authentic Japanese martial arts school in Southern California, serving serious students seeking traditional training rather than commercial martial arts programs that prioritized belt advancement and tournament competition over genuine fighting ability and spiritual development through disciplined practice under qualified Japanese instruction. McQueen wore plain white GI that looked functional rather than impressive, suggesting someone who understood that authentic martial arts training required focus on technique development rather than expensive equipment or fashionable martial arts accessories designed to project image of sophisticated combat expertise without underlying competence or traditional training background. "I'm interested in traditional karate training," McQueen said, studying the dojo with systematic attention that suggested familiarity with martial arts environments beyond casual observation or movie set experience. Not tournament competition or belt ranking systems, but authentic fighting techniques and mental discipline that develop real combat capability rather than impressive demonstrations that look good but lack practical application under pressure conditions. His statement indicated understanding of martial arts philosophy that separated genuine training from commercial programs designed for recreational students. Master Yamamoto consulted his student evaluation procedures with professional caution, demonstrating traditional assessment methods that protected dojo standards while evaluating new students whose commitment to disciplined training could not be determined through initial interviews or claimed previous experience that might not reflect authentic martial arts study under qualified instruction. Traditional karate training requires complete dedication to systematic study that may take years to develop basic competency, Yamamoto explained, emphasizing training demands that eliminated students seeking quick results or casual martial arts experience without understanding the spiritual and physical commitments required for authentic skill development. Hollywood schedules and entertainment industry lifestyle typically conflict with training consistency that traditional martial arts demands for genuine progress rather than superficial technique acquisition that impresses observers but lacks combat effectiveness. McQueen removed his shoes with proper protocol and walked onto the training mat with respectful attention to dojo etiquette that suggested familiarity with martial arts customs beyond casual gym experience or movie fight training that emphasized dramatic appearance rather than traditional respect for training environment and instructor authority established through decades of authentic martial arts study. Show me basic stances, Yamamoto instructed, beginning evaluation process that would reveal whether McQueen possessed previous martial arts training or natural physical coordination that might indicate potential for serious study despite entertainment industry background that typically conflicted with disciplined training requirements. McQueen demonstrated stances with mechanical precision that immediately revealed extensive combat training beyond recreational martial arts classes or Hollywood fight choreography, designed for camera angles rather than fighting effectiveness. His positioning showed understanding of balance, power generation, and defensive capability that indicated systematic military or professional combat instruction rather than casual self-defense courses. Interesting foundation, Yamamoto observed, studying McQueen's stance work with growing attention to technical details that suggested authentic combat training rather than recreational martial arts experience typical among wealthy clients seeking fashionable exercise alternatives. Your positioning indicates military combat training or professional fighting instruction rather than traditional karate study. Where did you develop these movement patterns? Marines, McQueen replied, demonstrating additional techniques that confirmed extensive hand-to-hand combat training under military instruction that emphasized practical fighting effectiveness rather than traditional martial arts forms or philosophical study that characterize civilian training programs. Combat training, close quarters fighting, battlefield applications where technique effectiveness determines survival rather than points in tournament competition or advancement through belt ranking systems designed for civilian students. Master Yamamoto understood immediately that McQueen possessed authentic combat experience that exceeded most civilian martial arts training despite lacking traditional karate background or Japanese cultural study that typically accompanied serious martial arts development. Military combat instruction created fighting capability that translated effectively to traditional martial arts training while providing practical foundation that many civilian students never developed. Military combat training provides excellent foundation for traditional martial arts study. Yamamoto acknowledged his assessment shifting from skeptical evaluation to respectful recognition of authentic combat experience that qualified McQueen for advanced training despite entertainment industry background. Your movement patterns indicate genuine fighting ability that can be refined through traditional karate training rather than basic technique instruction required for beginning students without combat experience. Other students observe the evaluation with interest as they recognize that McQueen demonstrated fighting capability that exceeded their own development despite years of traditional training under Master Yamamoto's instruction. His techniques showed practical combat application that many martial arts students never achieved despite extensive kata practice and tournament competition experience. Would you be willing to demonstrate combat techniques against experienced opponents? Yamamoto asked, indicating advanced students who had trained for several years and achieved black belt ranking through systematic study rather than accelerated advancement programs that compromised technical standards for student retention and commercial success. McQueen accepted the challenge without hesitation or concern about potential embarrassment from superior technique demonstration by students with extensive traditional training under qualified Japanese instruction. His confidence suggested genuine combat experience rather than overconfidence based on limited training or recreational martial arts study that created false security about fighting capability. The sparring session revealed combat effectiveness that impressed even Master Yamamoto, who had trained professional fighters, military personnel, and serious martial artists whose dedication to authentic training created genuine fighting ability rather than recreational competence that looked impressive during controlled demonstrations but failed under actual combat pressure. McQueen's techniques emphasized practical effectiveness over traditional form, demonstrating military combat principles that achieved results through direct application rather than elaborate traditional movements that required years of practice to develop combat utility. His approach complemented traditional karate training while offering practical insights that benefited other students seeking genuine fighting ability. Outstanding combat application. Yamamoto concluded after observing fighting techniques that demonstrated authentic military training superior to most civilian martial arts instruction despite lacking traditional Japanese cultural components that typically accompanied serious karate study. Your military background provides foundation that exceeds standard student preparation for advanced training that requires genuine fighting experience rather than recreational martial arts study. Advanced students appreciated McQueen's practical approach to combat techniques that emphasized effectiveness over traditional form while maintaining respect for martial arts principles and training discipline that separated authentic study from casual self-defense courses or fitness programs disguised as martial arts instruction. Mr. Yamamoto asked, extending his hand with respect earned through demonstrated combat competence rather than social courtesy or entertainment industry recognition that meant nothing within traditional martial arts hierarchy based on authentic skill development and character formation through disciplined training. McQueen, came the quiet reply, offered without elaboration or expectation of recognition based on celebrity status rather than demonstrated fighting ability that commanded respect within martial arts community that valued authentic competence over social position or professional success in other fields. Mr. McQueen, your military combat training obviously provides exceptional foundation for traditional martial arts study that exceeds standard student preparation. Yamamoto acknowledged with growing respect for combat expertise that transcended entertainment industry assumptions about actor fitness and fighting ability. Would you be interested in advanced training that develops traditional techniques while maintaining combat effectiveness that your military background provides? The invitation represented recognition that McQueen qualified for accelerated training program typically reserved for students with extensive martial arts backgrounds or exceptional natural ability that justified advanced instruction rather than basic classes designed for beginning students without combat experience or physical conditioning required for serious martial arts development. McQueen accepted training opportunity without ceremony or gratitude that might suggest surprise at being recognized for combat competence rather than celebrity status. Understanding that his military background had earned respect within martial arts community that measured student worth through demonstrated ability rather than social position or entertainment industry success. Master Yamamoto, who initially dismissed entertainment industry martial arts interest, learned that authentic combat training transcended professional assumptions about actor fitness and fighting capability. Discovering that genuine military experience created foundation for advanced martial arts study that exceeded most civilian student preparation regardless of traditional training duration or belt ranking achievement. Steve McQueen walked into Beverly Hills' most traditional martial arts academy and proved that authentic combat effectiveness couldn't be purchased through expensive training programs or achieved through recreational martial arts classes designed for civilian entertainment. The master who initially questioned Hollywood commitment to disciplined training learned that genuine fighting ability transcended assumptions about who qualified for serious martial arts instruction based on entertainment industry background rather than demonstrated combat competence. The man who understood combat through military training under life or death conditions understood martial arts for the same fundamental reason. Authentic fighting ability couldn't be faked, performed, or developed through casual training, only earned through disciplined instruction under qualified combat veterans who taught techniques that worked under actual fighting conditions rather than controlled demonstrations that impressed observers but failed when survival depended on genuine combat effectiveness rather than traditional form or tournament competition rules. When master martial artists needed to evaluate real fighting potential, they learned to trust the actor who had survived actual combat rather than the students who only practiced traditional forms without understanding the life or death applications that created authentic warrior spirit through systematic training under combat veterans who taught techniques proven effective under battlefield conditions rather than dojo demonstrations designed for civilian entertainment and physical fitness, rather than genuine combat preparation. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the video. I always enjoy reading your feedback.